morning everyone and welcome to day 20 of the How Not to Die challenge. So today's kind of a split day for me. So I'm having a few hours this morning, I'm gonna sleep for a few hours, and then I'm gonna have my day tonight. So I thought that I would give myself a head start on the day and make something now that I'm going to be eating this evening, so that I don't have to get up like an hour and a half before I need to leave for work. So, well, I already get up an hour and a half, but like an extra hour early. So anyways, this morning I had, I've already had a couple scoops of peanut butter with some broccoli, and I have found that broccoli that is super fresh and crispy is better with broccoli that's better with peanut butter than broccoli that is slightly wilty. So yeah, just FYI. Anyways, I'm going to make from the Vegan Minimalist Baker. I've made this before for you guys, the vegan zucchini gratin. I'm making it a little bit different this time to help kind of accommodate this particular challenge. So onions, zucchini and squash, and vegan Parmesan cheese. Those aren't changing. That's definitely what the meal is going to be basically about. However, I'm going to cook the onions down really well. I'm making this in a one pot meal as well because I'm lazy and it's awesome. I could do that. So one pot, I'm going to cook all the onions, cook them down really well, and then going to layer in some riced cauliflower and also some rice, some actual rice. So that will take care of some grains, that will take care of cruciferous, and then also it will take care of the zucchini will take care of some vegetables. So normally I would just, the recipe says to use oil, obviously I don't do that, but so I've got several onions in here, 2 onions. They're gonna cook down really far, and I actually want to cook these for probably, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, maybe even longer than that. I really want them to cook down to be really caramelized and delicious. I'm going to use the rest of my umami sauce. There's probably about 2 tablespoons-ish left. I'm going to use that when I cook the onions, and I think it's going to give it just this really amazing depth of flavor. So I'm going to cook down the onions, going to sprinkle it with some cauliflower, and sprinkle it with some rice, and then chop up my zucchini and put it on top. Well, the zucchini you mix in with your Parmesan cheese, some black pepper. It's vegan Parmesan cheese. You guys are with me on that. So mix in with your vegan Parmesan cheese, black pepper, and garlic. And then I'm going to put that on top and then just let it sit on top of the stove until I get up this evening and I'm ready to cook. It cooks at 400 degrees for, I think it was 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. I'm not sure, I don't remember. I'll tell you guys later though what I do with it when I cook it. But then I have plenty of time. I could put that in the oven before I go upstairs to shower, and it'll be just fine. It'll be ready to go when I'm ready to go. So that's awesome. So right now I'm going to put the umami sauce on the onions, get the onions cooking, and then put it all together, and I will come back and show you what it looks like before it goes in the oven, like now-ish. So you guys have a feel for what it's gonna be that I'm gonna be eating later. But anyway, I will talk to you guys again in a little bit. Alrighty guys, I thought maybe you would like to see me put this together. I've got the onions cooked, and I ended up adding some enoki mushrooms to them as well, because you gotta have enoki mushrooms with everything, obviously. Yeah, so I will bring the camera down and you guys can see what I am putting together. So there is the pot. Oh, my husband's making teriyaki chickpeas for the boys for supper, so there is the Instant Pot letting us know that the chickpeas are done. Okay, so this is riced cauliflower. I'm just putting a very light layer across everything in the pan. I already cooked this in the microwave because it was frozen, which I don't see how that matters, but just making my life easier cooking it ahead of time. So there is that. And then I would use brown rice if I had any, but I don't. So I'm going to put a layer of white rice in here. So there we go. Definitely would prefer to do the brown rice though. If you have brown rice, do brown rice. If you don't, whatever, it's okay. Another grain would be okay too though, if you had millet or quinoa or something and you want to put that in there. Okay, so there is a layer of rice. And the next thing that's going to go in are the squash. My zucchini weren't very good, so I went ahead and just used the yellow squash. And I'm just going to put these down in a layer in here. They have black pepper and garlic powder and a little bit of the vegan Parmesan cheese on them. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run around in a circle and just put these on here nice and neat. And then I did look at the instructions one more time, and it does say to cook it at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. So when I'm done with this, I'm going to just put the lid on here, and it can just sit on the stove while it's just hanging out for the rest of the day, to be honest with you. And then tonight I will cook it, but I don't think that it will be any big deal about getting it done at any particular time. So the one thing it does say in the recipe is that you cook it for the 30 minutes, and then you want to broil it for a few minutes right there at the end, just to get the cheese, the vegan cheese that's on the top, nice and crunchy. Got a few pieces left in here. I might just slide a few around the edges. There's not very many left, but there's a couple in here. So I'll put some in the middle. They're just little. One can go there, and I've got one big one left. Yep, that looks great. Okay, so there we go. There's a little bit of the Parmesan cheese left in the bottom of here, so. And then I will put a little bit more Parmesan cheese across the top, and then that's it. I'm gonna let that sit, and then I will bake it at 400 degrees for 30 minutes later, and it will be a yummy, wonderful, delicious dish that has some grains, and it's got some spices in it from the umami sauce, and it has the cruciferous, and it's got a whole bunches of vegetables. And mushrooms, which isn't really on the list because it's in the vegetable category, but mushrooms are really good for you. So, ta-da! Alrighty guys, I'm gonna go clean myself up. So, I'll talk to you later. Bye! Hi guys. So, I am up and ready for work and just putting some food together. So, the big pan turned out really, really good. Looks really awesome. Got some, they almost look like they're fried, but they're obviously not. But the little yellow squashes. Really excited about this. Got all those onions in the bottom. Yum. So I'm taking that with me, and I'm also taking a serving of the lentil shepherd's pie. So those two things are going with me, and the only thing that I'm I'm missing two things for the day for the most part, and that's greens and berries and fruit. So I'm going to make a smoothie that has 2 servings of spinach, so 2 servings of greens, has 2 servings of berries, and flax. And that will get like all my categories are gonna be filled in today. It's gonna be awesome. So I'm going to go do that. I need to leave for work in like the next 10 minutes, so I won't talk to you guys again anytime soon. But I just wanted to let you know that that's what I'm working on, and that's what I'm going to take with me. And this is yummy. That's very good. If you guys like squash, you should definitely try this. That's yummy. So, choo choo choo. Yeah, so that's it for me for now. But this meal was really easy to put together. It really was not difficult at all. The most time-consuming part, for sure, well, I mean, you have to cook it in the oven, so, but the oven does all the work, is the cooking the onions on the stove. And that did take probably a good 20-25 minutes because I just wanted them to really cook. But again, the stove did most of the work. I just mixed them every once in a while. It wasn't too tough. So, I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys again in the morning. I hope you're having a good one. Well, good morning, everyone. So, I am home, and I am starving this morning. So, I made 2 servings of oatmeal with a banana. So, I've got 2 grains and a fruit. So, that's actually really cool. Definitely missing some beans for the day, but that's okay. And I think that today went pretty well in terms of what I had for check marks and everything. So that's awesome. My zucchini, or yellow squash, onion gratin, I guess, was really super yummy. Highly recommend that meal. Delicious. And then also my leftovers of the lentil shepherd's pie was also super tasty. So anyways, that's it for me for the day. I am going to go and enjoy my oatmeal that's right there. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very hungry. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good one, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.